Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Detroit.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, our coverage kicks off with a good one here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Detroit Lions. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Right there, go. 54 Mike. So don't say nothing. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. And we look now at the Lions offense.
And this certainly doesn't seem like an ideal situation for them because they're coming in on a losing streak, and they've got the quick turnaround right here to Thursday night. But maybe that's for the best. Get right back on the horse and go at it again and not dwell on the losing that they've had in recent weeks.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Off the draw. Here's Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Johnson on the counter. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. On the defensive side of the football, the starting lineup now for Jacksonville. They've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem? When they give up those explosive runs.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he missed fire.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Minshew, first and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Looking deep for Julio. It got his man complete. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Here's Minshew. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Throwing on first down is Minshew.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. So 4 plays, Charles, all passes here on the opening drive and already in the red zone.
And even if you're planning for them to throw the football a lot, on the opening drive, if they go 4 for 4 on you, you're off balance on defense. I've been there before. And part of you keeps thinking, they've got to run it at some point, right? They've got them really mixed up at this point. If I were them, I'd keep pressing the advantage. They're throwing it really well.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. It'll be Minshew again. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete.
4th down and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise. But how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
Out of his end zone, Prescott. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action now, Prescott. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. On first down, it's Johnson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And the ball is knocked out, and the Jags grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. In our meetings this week, they kind of tipped us off. They wanted to play ultra-aggressive, forcing fumbles. They just did that right there.
They took it to the next level, didn't they? You're exactly right, because everyone talks about being aggressive on defense and tackling well, but they were talking about getting after the football, making sure the ball was stripped out each and every time they lined up someone to get them on the ground.
And the adjustment working early. They'll run on first down. It's done. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Minshew sets to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, done. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Prescott now. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. Last week they got the victory against the Colts, so they lead this one as well as they begin things here 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Now Minshew. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. This quarterback now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after.
That score is not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one. So they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
Just say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
On 1st and 10, Prescott completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 18.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Now Prescott under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. He finds Roberts, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here we go. Mike, forward. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. J.D. McKissick, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Bullock good on the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Julio Jones once again the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Flush to his right. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Back to throw here. And Ingram hauls it in. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Finds his tight end Ingram. That goes for a gain of 31. Throwing on first down is Minshew. Going for it all. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Again, Minshew looking to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Evan Ingram works his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. Creeping up on 1,000, could get there on this drive. So a challenge for him to do that, but also defensively maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now, instead of blitzing your linebacker, drop him into coverage. Instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves into that area to try and discourage the quarterback from going to him. That means everyone else, win your routes. You've got an opportunity to catch passes now, too.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Minshew. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It'll be Minshew again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll run with McKissick. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now the pass brought in by Roberts. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Prescott now, 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. They want this.
On first down, Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's McKissick. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones. His 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead, put it on him, and score a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive.
Offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Minshew sets to throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play.
And this is caught. Give him 30 yards there.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer out him again.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Johnson. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Throwing again on second down. Minshew going right side here, and that's complete. This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Now Minshew. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And this is caught at the 8. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Back to throw. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown.
Brandon, we spent time with this team before the game, and there was never any indication that they did not like their kicker.
Well, it shows right now that they didn't like their kicker. Why didn't they just put it through the goalpost and take the lead?
That is going to be the question that has to be answered. I don't know about you, but I'm skipping my flight. I'm going to the post-game press conference to find out what they were thinking.
Instead of playing conservative, they go through the air, and what a stunning turn of events. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Ready. 5. Squeeze, double.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 2-yard touchdown grab as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. He'll drop to throw, and he will get into the end zone for 2, and this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Throwing. Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Johnson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
Prescott down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
It's caught. Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards for the Lions there and a 1st down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And again, it's Prescott. It's caught by Roberts. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Johnson. 23 yards, the pickup there.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Complete to right. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game. That has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Now this throw caught left side. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Looking to throw it. Minshew escaping the pressure right. 20. Going to throw right side here. Complete.
We got this.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They'll look to throw. Caught by Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. Back to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. He'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Prescott. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Here's Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The first carry for Josh Adams. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just